Welcome. We're back. I don't know what's going on. It's absolutely insane. Okay. Everything is just crazy. Everything is crazy. If you trade stocks, crypto, even if you trade gold and silver, it's just a very crazy time. I don't know what to say. Welcome to the stream. It's just like, how do I even, let me put down my mic a little bit. How do I even like start off with like what do I start off with? Do I start off with Gamestop? Do I start off with AMC? Do I start off with Dogecoin? Like, I don't even know what to do at this point. It's just insanity. I don't know if we're ever going to see a time like this in the market again. It's just like, from every single standpoint, it's just wild. You know, it's like a once in a lifetime thing going on. And who knows what the future holds. We're going to talk about all the things, right? All the things that are going crazy. We're going to talk about the trades, my thoughts on the market, Bitcoin, everything. Finally figured out how to get my camera in 4K, so hopefully you're seeing me a little bit more clear than usual. Might be a little bit laggy with how much I'm trying to run on my computer, but we'll see what happens. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. Yeah, so we're looking at the trades right now. Very, very good week for the trades. We had multiple trades hit their targets for huge profits. 34% on BigCommerce, 28% on Clover, 23% on Rocket, 21% on Goose, 17% in 3 hours on SDC, and that went even higher after it hit the target by far. Codex was at 22% in profit, now it's only up 13%. XP's up 10%. DYAI had a nice day today, it's up 7%. Fisker was up 18% when it hit the 1767 resistance I was showing, and then from 1767 it dropped very heavily. It was under 15 for a little bit earlier today. Now it's only up 3%. It was a huge drop, absolutely. We're going to talk about Fisker. ATRA, and then Litecoin, I just posted a new crypto trade. That one is probably up like 3% now. But yeah, that one's starting off nicely. Crypto's going insane. There's just a lot of things going on. AOC was supposed to be doing a stream with Chamath, but I don't know. I think there was like technical difficulties. They had the Robinhood CEO on CNBC. Just all fronts, things are going absolutely wild. There's just so much going on at the same time. So I'm going to try and cover as much as I can. Let's head on over to the charts and let's talk about it. All right, so currently we're looking at futures. They're down. They're breaking a support yet again. Remember this upsloping flag? Look how many times that used this channel like perfectly. Hitting the top, hitting the bottom, hitting the top, hitting the bottom, hitting the top, hitting the bottom. And then, yesterday, yeah, it broke out to the downside, but then today it rallied back up and now it's falling back out. Just extreme volatility. These are the times in which, like, let me just fix this real quick. These are like the times in which like technicals have less probability, right? When you as I always say, technicals work best in stable market conditions. These are not stable market conditions by any means. Like, there is no way to call this a stable market. The market is super unstable, super volatile. So yes, automatically technicals have a lower probability because you have things like hype buying. On the flip side, you have things like panic selling. Then you just have short squeezes. Just a whole bunch of things that obviously lessen the probability of technicals for the short term. So who knows if we're going to see another rally back into the channel. Regardless, just manage your risk. I don't know if tomorrow's going to be another okay day like how today was pretty good. It was a good recovery from yesterday in terms of the indexes. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It really just depends on the macro, what the hype looks like, what really everything looks like. So those are the futures. They are down a little bit right now. What else do you want to talk about? Bitcoin. I put out a tweet earlier today saying I think it's time for crypto to start looking good again. I said something along those lines. I put out the tweet. I think I just said like crypto looks good right now. And there you go. Bitcoin, since that tweet, that was at like 32K. It went up another $2,000. Moving up towards this resistance at 34.5K. It looks good. It still has more room to the upside, but also to the downside as it just made the move. So down here, I think it was very, very bullish. The MACD was crossing over. You had a nice run. Obviously, a lot going on with Robinhood as well. Pretty much not only Robinhood, multiple other brokerages, but obviously Robinhood, the main one, halting trades on GameStop and AMC and other things like that. So now I think you have a lot of people that were doing those hype trades moving on over to crypto, or cryptos such as Dogecoin, which let's pull up Dogecoin, I guess, to start things off. I don't think I've ever started off the stream with Dogecoin, right? Obviously, but I mean, we can look at it right now. I'm looking at the Binance version of it, and yeah, it's just insane. I don't know what to say. On Binance, Dogecoin did hit 5 cents. I'm pretty sure it hit that on other exchanges as well. Insane volume, insane buying, just the same type of deal that we were seeing with GameStop. Obviously a very different situation in which this is just a crypto. It's not like something that people are trying to short squeeze or anything like that. Then you also had Elon Musk tweet about it. I don't even know how many people tweeted about it in terms of like influencers and stuff like that. Just a lot of hype around it today. So that's Dogecoin. It's wild. I mean, it truly is wild. So I don't know where it's going to. I don't really care where it's going to. I think it's super fun. It's super cool. But there's nothing I can do on this chart to give you an accurate probability for either the upside or the downside. It's just, it could continue pumping, it could dump. I'm not the person to ask. Yeah, TikTok's been trying to pump Doge since like summer. They did do it a few months back as well. Just a lot of different people, I guess. A lot of things lining up at the same time. But yeah, manage your risks. These things, I promise you, will not last forever. And if you can literally look at the last 100 years, every single thing, it feels like it's going to happen forever. You know, the dot-com bubble, all the different things in the market. But eventually, the hype will start fading. That could be in a week. That could be tomorrow. That could be in a year. I don't know how long it's going to last. But just whenever it does, whenever things do start pulling, I want everybody to be safe, right? Manage your risk. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not advising you to sell or buy anything ever. All I'm saying is be safe, be responsible with how you trade. Because there always is two sides to this, right? There's people who bought it at the top right here and that are selling on the lows right here. Not everybody can trade perfectly. Otherwise, every single person in the world will be rich, right? So be careful. Yes, I know people are making a lifetime of gains this week with certain tickers, but just keep it cool. Or no, just chill a little bit. And that's it. I'm not going to look at the 1 minute chart just because that can change within the next minute, right? Not a super high probability answer on the 1 minute chart. But yeah, that's Dogecoin. I guess we could start off with the trades, and then we can move on to like GameStop, AMC, that whole entire thing. Just have another talk about it. Keep hitting that like button. We got 45 people in here, but we only have 16 likes. So hit that like button. Let's get to 20 likes real quick to start things off. We'll go over Fisker, Clover, you know the whole entire deal. Litecoin, yeah, it's up a little bit. It was up much more, not much more, but it was at 139. Now it's at 135. Trade's still in profit. I put out a new trade on Litecoin. The first one got stop hunted. So yeah, Litecoin still looks pretty good to me. And I have Litecoin. We'll see if it works out. Just all probabilities, never certainty. And obviously that also depends on Bitcoin to hold, right? Bitcoin's developing some daily hidden bullish divergence and in a technical bullish pattern. And it needs to break 34.6k though. And you're pretty much like $600-700 under that, so it's not too far away, but you are showing some resistance here already. You've been here for like a couple hours now. So all the cryptos depend on Bitcoin at the end of the day. Dogecoin obviously is in its own world right now, but that's that. Let's head on over to stocks. On the S&P, remember futures are down to 37.55, so they're like right here pretty much at like the bottom of this green candle is where the current futures are. At this, if you ever break this demand line on the S&P on the daily, that's when you really, in my opinion, you want to start taking caution, because then things can get really scary. You would be breaking your uptrend on a technical level. And remember, I was calling this, I was not calling it, but I was warning about this potential fall when the S&P was up here. There's literally proof of it. I alerted the Discord, I put out on Twitter. I said the market looks extremely overbought because there's bearish divergence. And then you saw it absolutely dump, not today, but yesterday. And yeah, you try to get like a relief rally today, you did, but then you came back up to the 38.24 resistance on the S&P, and then you pulled back majorly. I was even able to make some decent profits on the move today. I had some SPY calls, but I pretty much just day traded them, just got out of them. because I don't know about tomorrow, right? You could see another bounce up, but it's just kind of all over the place. Let me slow down the overlay for a little bit. But yeah, what else? Fisker, let's talk about that first. Okay, you still technically have confirmed hidden bullish divergence. You are waning a little bit. This is exactly what happened when I posted the trade on Fisker. This 1767 white line was on my chart. That is exactly the high from yesterday, and it never reclaimed that level. It broke under 1650. It broke the support. I warned about both of those in the Discord. It just sold off pretty heavily after a very, very nice run, right? From the bottom of the range to the top, it was up 21%. And then it sold off majorly. It was under 14, then it bounced back up throughout the rest of the day. I'm still bullish on Fisker for the long term. Remember, this is a long-term trade. This is nothing short-term. You can trade it short-term. You could have taken that trade and sold at the resistance I showed on the chart for the short-term. That would have been a great trade. I even took some profits there for my short-term position. I think the main trade here is long-term, and you just want the MACD to stay green. And it was a pretty decent close today. Better than closing under 15. As long as you're above 15, you're technically fine. Just you never want to close under... Technically, you don't even want to close under 1455. That's the level you've been holding on the closes. You've never closed a daily candle under that. You closed one 4-hour candle under that, but that was it. So you're still fine for right now in Fisker, even though, yes, it felt much better being at 1767, but the trade is still technically in profit, right? And then also, these two little terms, I feel like more Wyckoff accumulation is going on. So remember this, SOS means sign of strength, and then LPS means like last point of support. And this is a part of the Wyckoff trading range, right? Let me pull this up real quick. This is like literally a part of Wyckoff, and I've been showing this for 2 weeks. So let me get this covered real quick. Right here, okay? You see it says LPS right over there, and then it says SOS right here. So you had your sign of strength yesterday. Fisker was very, very strong right over here yesterday. This was the sign of the strength. The demand came in. And now you're having your LPS. Let's scroll down a little bit. LPS means the last point of support, the low point of a reaction or pullback after the sign of strength. Backing up to an LPS means a pullback to support, which was the former resistance. Remember 15, it was trying to break over that every single day and hold it. And yeah, so it technically is still doing exactly what the Wyckoff pattern shows in phase D. Where you had the sign of strength, now you're showing LPS, even though you should be higher technically. You definitely should be around the 1650 level, and you're not. You're $1 under that. So you want to get back. You want to get higher. That's the easiest way to put it. Who doesn't want the price to go up? Obviously the shorts. But yeah, that's Fisker. Check out the website, freetradingmovement.com. Let's talk about Clover now. Clover, I don't care what anybody says. I called it perfectly. If you listen to exactly what I said on Clover, which again, it's never financial advice, but all I'm saying is, called the bottom at 13.17. I was 7 cents off, whatever. And then the top hit my second target to the cent, literally to the cent. I posted this second target on Twitter before it even got there, okay? And even the first target, what happened when it hit the first target? It hit the target and then it pulled back right after. Then the next day, after the major pullback after hitting the first target, I put out that second target. It went literally right to my second target. And then boom. Okay, so it literally hit both targets and then dumped. That was perfect timing for the trades. This is why you have the targets on the trades, right? And they hit perfectly. Now it's pulled back. Technically, if it's above 14, it's fine. You just want to stay above 14, close all your candles above that. And that's really it with Clover. You want to stay above 14. If you ever break back over like 1550, you could probably see much higher levels again, but remember, your MACD is now a little bit moving back towards negative momentum, so keep that in mind on Clover. And that is that. We did have a couple trades that did get stopped out today, unfortunately. One of them was Helion. Just didn't do what I was looking for. This one did get stopped out, and it fell like another like 3 or 4% after getting stopped out, so that's why you manage your risk and use stop losses. And it's technically bearish under 18, so you can't really call it bullish unless it's over 18. So that's that. What was the other one? US. This one did not get stopped out, but it is down quite a bit. Technically, the MACD is still developing, so that would be local divergence. So you just don't want to fall under 44.31, I guess. But it even had a 5% move yesterday in the morning. So it was up 5% at one point. Now it's just pulled back. just showing the trades that didn't work out. But obviously, there were a lot of trades that worked out perfectly. BigCommerce hit the target for 34%. Rocket hit the target for 23%. So I'm just going through some trades right now. Yeah, it's just like a little recap of the trades. Litecoin up a little bit right there. Yeah, I feel like now we covered the trades, we covered the market, we covered Dogecoin and Bitcoin. We could probably talk about Gamestop, AMC, and all that right now. Robinhood. When people sell Dogecoin on Robinhood, it disappears in their account. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that where people are selling their Dogecoin and it's not like showing up, like their money that they made is not showing up or whatever, and it's like changing their entry price for them, and it's like doing a bunch of weird things. There's extremely high traffic, and Robinhood. That was the big story from pretty much today. Even though yes, the last couple of days, but today Robinhood decided to halt the trading on GameStop and AMC, and you saw very big falls in both of those. Even actually, I think they went up. I mean, they're all over the place. They went down, they went up. You know how volatile they are. I don't know what they went to after hours, so they could have pumped again after hours. I have no clue, right? Really don't. So I'm not going to be able to do any technicals on this because there are no technicals to do on the time frames that I look at. I mean, you can use, you know, lower time frames, absolutely, like the 5-minute or whatever, but remember, that's not the main reason why the price is moving. It's because of the immense short squeezing, buying, selling, back and forth action. You get the point. And yeah, so delete Robinhood was trending on Twitter. There's a lot of things going on. It wasn't even only Robinhood. I believe there were multiple platforms doing like different things. While studying Wyckoff, did you come across any recent stocks that have played the pattern out? Wyckoff technically can be applied to most charts, right? Yeah, Dave Portnoy also was talking about Dogecoin. A lot of people, everybody was talking about everything today. People would, I mean, there was a statistic that like literally in this week alone, Robinhood had the most amount of downloads ever, which is ironic because now so many people are leaving the app. But it's just wild how mainstream all this is becoming. I mean, even in the last year, ever since the COVID crash, this whole entire market has been so mainstream, where before last year, it wasn't not as nearly as mainstream. Stocks were looked at as boring to a lot of people before this last, 12 months or whatever. It's just super crazy. Extreme volatility, extreme volume. We're gonna see what happens tomorrow. What did I say on the volatility index? What did I say? For multiple weeks, I told everybody here that the UVXY was at the same level it was before the COVID crash. And what did the UVXY go to today? 1334. At one point, it was at 14. So this is something I've been showing. It made a 40% move. If you were in the stream, I've been showing this for weeks now. I really hope you didn't ignore it. All of this was called for, right? Literally all of this was called for. Even the dollar is moving up, which is bad for the markets and equities. So none of this is anything new. If you were in the stream, I've been warning about this for a very long time. Yeah, the lawsuits on Robinhood as well. With that, and I believe there was like, I don't know. Well, don't ever use me as a news source, but I saw some things where like Robinhood was selling positions on margin for people that were in GameStop or something like that. So there's so many pieces to all of it that is wild. Yeah, Borge. Yeah, Dave Portnoy was talking about Robinhood. He was talking about a lot of things. I think he was mainly, talking about Robinhood. I don't know if Dave Portnoy talked about Dogecoin. Did he? He might have been. But he's been all over the place. I might have said that incorrectly. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it, so never mind on that. I'm not too sure. I know that his first run with crypto was not good. He bought like Bitcoin really high and sold it really low. It was terrible. But yeah, Portnoy was going absolutely off on Robinhood today. I saw that for sure. GameStop 312 after hours. That is crazy. It's going to continue to have big moves up, big moves down. It's extremely volatile. Please be safe if you're trading it. I'm not telling you what to trade. I'm not telling you what to sell or what to buy. I'm just saying whatever you are trading, it's always your choice. Just be safe with how you're doing it. But yeah, that's there's not much to do in terms of the technicals. Absolutely wildness. We have 43 people in here. Let's get some tickers going in the chat. If you want me to take a look at something, hit that like button. Let's get to 30 likes. Hit that subscribe button. everybody's having a good night. This is the final stream of the week. If you want to send a tip or buy some merch, that's the pinned comment in the chat. Been getting a lot of people send me pictures of the merch, which is awesome. Would I really recommend leaving Robinhood? There's definitely better brokerages for sure. I'll tell you that. I could have told you that for the last however long. Robinhood for a long time has not been the best broker. This is nothing new that Robinhood is just not at the level as the other ones. It's the place for retail investors. There's not hedge funds using Robinhood, right? But it's always your choice. I have a Robinhood account. I do, but I have other accounts as well. I also have TD Ameritrade, liable. What was the other thing? Vroom. Yeah, this was another trade. This one is currently down. This trade's only down 2%. It was down quite a bit more today. It actually got close to getting stopped out, but it never did. Never got to the bottom of the red box. So now it's only up 2%. It does suck. I mean, this one was up 7% in like the first 2 days of the trade or something like that. And now it's down 2%. You were developing that daily hidden bullish divergence, and now that's stalled out with the move down today. Even on the 4-hour, your MACD crossed over to red when you had hidden bullish divergence. Like, it doesn't look as good as it did over here when it made that 7% move. And if all this craziness didn't happen in the market, I do think that this trade would have played out. It was already going right. It was already moving towards what we were looking for. But then you had all the market volatility and it dumped pretty much when the market fell. Yes. So that's Vroom. Still, I mean, it's technically fine. It does look worse. I'm gonna be honest, because you want to get back above 36, then your MACD went to red. So yes, it's not as good as the entry. If one wanted to cut their losses for 2%, it could make sense. But don't be surprised if it gets back above 36. I have no clue, right? Yeah, Kodak broke that Kodak broke the $11 support, and then it fell down to like $9.50 earlier today. Just again, you know, as I've been saying, technicals matter a lot less during times like these, which is why I didn't put out any new trades today. That's literally mainly the reason why, just because of all the volatility and the lesser probability on technicals. Even I was looking at some charts that looked fine, but until things are more stable, I'm not too comfortable putting out a trade unless it's like literally a perfect trade. What else do we got here? Would I be able to answer a tax question? If I know the answer, potentially. I'm probably not the best person to be asking for tax advice, if I'm being honest. I have no certifications. This is my first tax season, so you're asking an 18-year-old. I'm not too sure if I would ask an 18-year-old for tax advice, I'm gonna be honest with you. Nokia, same thing. I can't give you an answer. That's not my strong suit, if I'm being completely honest, right? I'm enjoying all the craziness, but things like this is not really, I can't really make a pattern from that. I can't show you any divergence. It has nothing to do with technicals. I'm looking for things, you know, like this that are showing patterns that I can really analyze and see potential moves on, right? But yeah. So we can start off with ELYS from George. Keep hitting that like button, though. Hit that subscribe button. We got 47 people in here. ELYS. Looks like you have a pretty major support at 448. Wow, look, oh my gosh, look how long this was a resistance for. Let me make this the orange line. Oh, look at this. All right, you see this orange line? It was a steel wall of resistance, right? Look what happened. Today you use it as support. You bounce off of that, right? The reason you bounced off of exactly 448 was because it was your resistance for so long. That's why you did that. So it could create hidden bullish divergence, but you need the MACD to start developing, moving back towards green, and not much of a pattern. TMBR. Not enough probability here for really anything. Support is at 92 cents, resistance is at 164. Other than that, I have no clue, no pattern, no divergence. NXTD. It was up 21% today. The move, it's just, yeah, you have some hidden bullish divergence. Again, this is not much I can do here, right? I'm looking for things that are in consolidation ranges that are not extremely volatile. Things like this are not my strong suit. You can't use technical analysis here with high probability. It's a much lower probability if you're looking at technicals on the daily. CIDM. So yeah, for the stocks that are going absolutely nuts, I'm not the person to be asking, right? They can continue going nuts. They can dump. I don't know. After the move's up, it's just like there's not much I can do here. What I could have told you though is if you requested it down here, I could have showed you that it was bullish. How could I have said that? Because there was hidden bullish divergence, right? Where you made a higher low from this low to this low with a lower level on your MACD. I could have told you that before that big move up, but after the big move up, it's just like anything can happen. You have to claim the profit you made if you pull it out of your bank account, or can you not claim it if you leave it in the account? Again, please, no, I'm not going to. I was going to attempt to answer that, but I don't want to have anything to do with any of that. Just ask a tax professional. I'm just going to stay on the safer side for this one, okay? I'm sorry. Yeah, DYAI did have a good day today for sure. It was up 4%. This is another trade. At one point, it was up. At one point, it was up almost 9% since the entry of the trade. Right now, it's only up 5.5% or so. But just a good day. I mean, this is a very long-term pattern where it's been holding this $5 support, and it broke out of the falling wedge. So you're going to see a lot of volatility in this range, but eventually you're looking for this move up to this area. But yeah, BurgerFi I still like as a long-term hold mainly. The original trade did not work out, but it's still developing divergence, had a flat day pretty much yesterday and today. And I kind of created this new potential trade. I only shared it with the Discord, but I still think it looks pretty good. I lowered the stop, that would be under your 200-day moving average. It's trying to break out this downtrend. It's holding the 1264 previous resistance as a support. At the golden retrace, literally perfectly at the golden retrace to the cent right now. Hidden bullish divergence, local divergence. I still like BurgerFi quite a bit. Yeah, keep dropping tickers in the chat. Keep hitting that like button. Hit that subscribe button. What's up, guy in hat? We're missing you. We got the one of the two great technical analysts, guy in hat, but also Christian and Talent Finder. All got the TA role in Discord. Yeah, drop some tickers in the chat, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to send a tip or buy some merch. That's the pinned comment in the chat. I don't know, there's not much too else to talk about. Just waiting for tickers. If you want me to take a look at something that's consolidating, maybe showing a pattern or divergence, something we could really work with. Just looking at crypto real quick. Oh my gosh. Doge. It's still going. It's still going. Yes, no. Why did I do that twice? This is a Gartley. This is a bullish Gartley. Hidden bullish divergence on the daily. We showed this last night on stream. If the only way you could have seen this is if you were in the stream last night, I never posted. I'm not going to be posting this trade. But if it's like, it's kind of like a stream exclusive thing, right? It's actually went down a little bit, but at one point I saw it was up like 5% or something today. Bullish Gartley with hidden bullish divergence. The technicals do look pretty good. That's really the main way to put it. The technicals. This is a very bullish pattern. You add a major support, which was your previous resistance. You have hidden bullish divergence. Technicals are implying that there could be a reversal to the upside very soon. So take that as you want to. It's only probability. It's not financial advice. It's not certainty. But this is a chart that looks good for a long, in my opinion, with clear risk management. I'm not saying you're going to make money for sure. I'm just saying it's easy to manage your risk here. Where you could potentially make a lot. And if you don't make a lot, you're only going to probably lose a little bit if you manage your risk. CBAT. Still trying to hold this demand line, but remember there's some 4-hour bearish divergence, right? That's confirmed. That's currently playing out, where that's dropping the price right now. It's just over this upsloping demand line. You do not really want to fall much lower. You probably don't want to fall under $7. That's the easiest way to put it. But it's really hanging on by a thread right here, if I'm being honest. Let's try and speed up the overlay again and see how it goes. XL, we can take a look at that. You had that classic divergence, but now the MACD went back to red. This was not an official trade, by the way. You're back under $20. This actually also, it needs to develop more, but I was going to say this could look like some Wyckoff stuff as well. Kind of like similar to Fisker, but it needs much more development. That's pushing it, okay? I'm over talking a little bit right now, but it looked good for a second, but with the 2% red day today, I think that messed up the technicals quite a bit. You were developing divergence, and you were holding 20, but then you broke under it. Today was a very important day for the technicals, and unfortunately it did not go in the favor of the bulls today. So you need to get back over 20 to feel more comfortable about XL, in my opinion. But yeah, that's that. Doge is going wild for sure. It's absolutely insane. Best broker thoughts? I think TD Ameritrade, but that could definitely be argued. KXIN up 3% today. Not the biggest fan of the MACD. You actually have some, you have some hidden bearish divergence on the daily MACD, but there's a very strong support that it's sitting on. So you don't have any help from the MACD or the RSI, so I'm kind of going to ignore those. You actually technically do have a little bit of bearish divergence on the daily, but it would be easy to manage your risk here, where you just don't want to fall under this level right here. You don't want to fall under 366. As long as you're above 366, you're fine. If you break that, that's when there's like a gap fill down to like $3 or something around there. So you just want to hold 383 for the short term, and for the long term, you want to hold 366, and then you're hoping eventually you could create a bullish pattern or some divergence, or just get a move up off of the demand line like you got right here, right here, right here. So this is a make or break area for this chart. CURLF. So weed stock, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's some hidden bullish divergence, but remember, you need it to be developing better. 2 little wicks is not technically enough unless it's like a nice drastic change. Like, you really have to have a good eye for it. But yes, this could be the start of a potential move back to the upside. This is your major support, $13.10. Next resistance would be $14.97. So if you really wanted to trade this, if you like the fundamentals, how I would manage my risk if I was trading it would be like this. That would be my target, and then my stop would be right under this low. You get like a 2.3 reward to risk, so it's not really a 3. I'd probably wait for a little bit of a dip to see if I can get one of those. But that would be like how I would manage my risk over here. To each their own. What's the purpose of having multiple accounts? Well, purpose 1 would be for different things. Like, for example, Fisker. I love Fisker. I trade in the short term, and I also have a long term, right? If I was trying to do that on the same account, and I'm trying to put on a short-term trade on Fisker, I'd have to be averaging up my average cost to do that short-term trade and then sell that trade. You get what I'm saying? So you can there's multiple reasons. You can split up your accounts where you have one account for a long-term Roth IRA, retirement account, or whatever retirement account you have. You can have one account for day trading, one account for swing trading, one account for low-risk ETFs, one account for high-risk, high reward, those types of trades like volatility options. So it just helps you kind of split things apart from each other. Obviously, the downside is you have less capital in each account, but it just gives you more options. Also, if you're under the PDT rule, you can have multiple brokerages to do day trades on. And then there's another reason I can't think of right now. Great. But yeah, I mean, they work. The only downside to having multiple accounts is splitting up your capital. I think the biggest reason too is to separate your long-term account from your short-term account. I think that's the best way to do it. Because doing both those things in the same account, if you want to trade the same ticker, kind of messes up your average cost and stuff like that. Codex went to $12.95 after hours. I did look at Codex for a second, I believe. Yeah, I mean, the trade's still in profit. No, I did not look at it today. yeah, so the trade's still up 13%. Obviously, at one point, this trade was up 22% since I posted the entry in the buy call, so it did pull back. It's hanging around like 15% after hours. This whole entire area could just be profit taking. If it ever breaks 14, there's literally a gap fill up to like 19. So if you want to long-term hold this, go for it. If you want to just take your profits here, go for it. You're very comfortable trading things like this when they're already up so nicely in profit, because it's just really your choice on what you want to do. GM. No edge on the chart. It's not a support. There's no divergence. There's no pattern. That's the coin flip right there. In terms of technicals, OKE, pretty much the same exact thing. No divergence, no pattern. But there is it's trying to break back over 42. Look, your high from right over here. It's trying to break back above that. If you do break back above that, your next resistance would be up here at 44, 46. Where these three candles pretty much couldn't break above. And then your next major support, if it cannot hold above 42, it would be 38, 38, which was your resistance right here, support right here, kind of over here, and yeah, that's OKE. Run. Run is definitely at a support. This little peak from right here, 69.51. No divergence on the daily, but it could create hidden bullish divergence eventually. Just way too early to call it. There is definitely hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour if this low holds. It's not confirmed yet, but it does look pretty decent. You even have it on the RSI as well. So you are showing some signs. You might just have to wait for more confirmation here. Right, it's trying to hold this level. It wouldn't be too hard to manage your risk. You could do something like this, right? You could definitely do something like this. Very easy risk management, where you just put your stop under this 69.51 support. That's run. GBR, that's not something I can help you with. You can't use technicals on this, right? I can't really do too much here. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really make sense to do anything after that crazy run. So, apologies. But yeah, what else? Keep dropping takers. I'm just chilling, trying to help you all out. Wow, Doge, 6 cents is a thing now. Doge just hit 6 cents. Craziness. It's not stopping. Yeah, join the Discord for sure. A lot of good details, I guess. I don't know the right word to use. Doge is wild, for real. I mean, it went from 30, it went from point, all right, I'll just show it, I guess. It went from down here, okay? It was 0.007 to 6 cents, okay? Percent-wise, let's look at that. There. It is up 730% since January? Wow. It's up 730% pretty much since literally, what, yesterday? And then, I mean, you could go all the way down to the bottom. It's up like 2,000+%. Like, it's crazy. It's just wild right now. You got in at Doge at 0.9. You got in at Doge at, how do you even say that? At 9, I don't even know, like 0.99 cents. That's the way to say it. 0.99, like almost 1 cent. I get the point. It's really difficult to try and say it sometimes, because especially when it's under 1 cent. That makes sense. But now you can just say 5 cents, 6 cents. We'll see however many. Plantal, okay. That's not financial advice. I'm going to say it for you. Oh, I had Doge way back here. I was owning Doge. Not even over here. I was owning Doge right here. At 0.0028 was the first time I ever bought Doge. I sold that at like 0.005. So yes, I sold very, very early on Doge. I even traded it up here. I traded just the start of this, and I also sold that a little bit early. Currently, I'm not in Doge, but it's wild. I don't really ever get FOMO on things like this. I did for the first few months I was a trader, but now it's just like something like this happens every single day. You're gonna miss something every single day. You cannot possibly be in every single big one. So whatever it does, I'm fine with. If people make money, great for them. I'm not jealous of that, right? And then if it dumps, hopefully people don't lose a lot of money, but that means a lot of people are losing money. Guy in hat. Oh my gosh, let me fix some music. Let's go. Huge, huge, huge donation. Let's get some vibes in the chat. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Is that real? Guy in hat with the $150 donation. Lulu, please much divergence. We're going to take a look at that chart, giving you some of the gains since you're up 1,000% this month. Is everybody hearing that? 43 people in here. One of the biggest members of our community in terms of how much he's been helping out others, how much he's learned, how well he's doing, is up 1,000% this month. Congrats, Guy in hat. I want vibes in the chat from all the 44 people in here. Thank you very much for the $150 donation. Oh my gosh, that was very, very generous. And you've bought a lot of merch. You've provided the community a lot of trades. You've just given so much. So thank you so much for all the support, for everything you've helped out with. Really appreciate the $150 donation. Looking to have you on the stream probably sometime next week. It would be dope to have you and Christian join me again. Maybe get Eddie in here as well, the options analyst. Maybe a few other people. We'll see. I want to do more calls like that. Those were fun times. But awesome. Thank you so much. A lot of vibes coming in from Max, Guy in hat himself, George Best, Nerve, Christian, YU, Forest Fiber, Frankie, Miguel. Thank you so much for all the support, everybody, and thank you again, Guy in hat, for a very, very generous donation. Let's go take a look at Lulu. Keep up the great work. So much divergence. Also got some vibes coming in from Fab. And Guy in hat knows what to look for, okay? I mean, this trade right now was it. Right here, it's already in profit. This is not my trade, this is Guy in hat's trade. I shared it with the Discord. And this trade, I own this. I'm up 4% on his trade as well. So the amount of value you've been giving, like this trade's been very, very nice. It was up at one point, it was up like 6%. So this is like my idea of it. I know you're just a little bit, pretty much about the same thing. I just kind of saw the same thing as you, right? Very nice trade right there. Let's take a look at Lulu. So it's been on this downtrend, creating some 4-hour classic bullish divergence. Look at this, not a perfect hammer, but similar to a bullish hammer candle, right? On this one, where you held at 325 support. Let me fix this. And not much divergence. Actually, you could end up creating classic bullish divergence on the daily. It will take some time to develop it. If you, yeah, I mean, whenever you do cross it over, if you don't really fall too much more in the MACD. Now this 325 support was your resistance right over here. You could probably even lower a little bit right there. And that's pretty much what it's trying to hold. As long as you stay above 324.81, you're fine. Your 200-day moving average is also under you. So if you're playing the 4-hour here, I don't really think there's much of a pattern. I mean, technically you could have, no, I wouldn't call that a falling wedge if I'm being honest. Maybe, but you would have broken out to the downside. I just don't think that looks valid. It's just like not enough touches. You could just be playing levels here. I'm trying to see if I'm missing anything. Really, it's like a multi-level chart, right? Very volatile within this range. I think that's what I was charting. These like lows right there. What is that? So yeah, I see the bullish hammer, I see the 200-day moving average, I see the support, I see the divergence. This does have the factors you want on the chart. I would definitely love more if there was daily divergence, but that could also form eventually. And yeah, you're right. Triple classic bullish divergence is much better than regular classic bullish divergence. So there you go. And in terms of managing your risk, probably just go for this target because that's like, you know, almost 10%. And then your stop loss just under this support and a little bit under the 200-day moving average, pretty much wherever you want in this region under that support area. And that would give you a 3 reward to risk, equitable trade, as Mitch Ray would say. Definitely a potential trade on this chart. Thank you again so much for the $150 donation. Really appreciate that. And all the merch you've been giving, all the trades you've been, everything you've done, so much. Thank you. Really appreciate everything. But yeah. Was there anything that called the run from 300 to 400 on Lululemon? I'm not too sure. I'm not too caught up with, I know they do clothing, but I'm not too caught up with anything other than that. So obviously a very insane rally. Ocean. Yeah, keep hitting that like button. Let's get to 40 likes and then hopefully 50 likes, and then hit that subscribe button. We're working our way up to 1,700 subscribers. We'll see if we can get to that next week. If you want to send a tip or buy some merch, that's the pinned comment in the chat. Not enough volume on this chart for a high probability answer. It's just way too gappy, and that's on the 4-hour. You know, like very, very strange chart. This is not something I can really work with, if I'm being honest. But yeah, keep dropping takers in the chat. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, everything. Take a look, FTM. This is the FTM, the free trading movement. There actually is a ticker. I know there is one. FTM. Just for fun. This is an OTC stock, I guess. $1,590, the FTM. We are not, this is not us, okay? This is some other whatever. Doge is at 7 cents. Wow. It's just wild. I mean, this is what happens. This is what happens when you have decades of just the institutions using retail, and then when retail tries to make money the same way the institutions make money, then they get criticism for it, which makes them do it more, and then they move on to other things, and then you see this, and then you have Elon Musk tweeting about it. You have a bunch of other people tweeting about it. I'm just gonna shrug my shoulders at it. It's absolutely insane. I mean, we're just watching this thing literally go to the moon right now, okay? Let's put the moon up here. Okay? We're just watching it on a moon mission. All right. Let's fill that up a little bit. This is I'm really bad at art. Okay, this is not really easy to do with the mouse on TradingView. TradingView is not an art program, even though sometimes we make art on the charts. But there's your moon right there, and Dogecoin is on a moon mission right now. Okay. Boom. The moon mission. Dogecoin. Believe in the hype. Not financial advice. I'm just messing around. This is for people who are in it and got in at these much lower prices, which even seemed high back then. Congratulations. 2 cents. When I saw Dogecoin was 2 cents, I'm like, wow, that's a crazy run. That's pretty high. And then now we just witnessed Dogecoin hitting 8 cents. Art on the chart sounds like it could be a t-shirt. Yeah. Can I post this trade setup on Dogecoin? There's not much of a trade setup on Dogecoin. I don't know how you could manage your risk here. But that doesn't mean you can't trade it. It just means it's more risky, right? You could always just do like a fixed stop loss where you just put like this is not funny. I'm not telling you to buy something that is up 2,000%. I'm just saying the only possible way that I could see you managing your risk here would be to like just put like a 5% stop loss under wherever you enter or whatever your risk tolerance is. I don't even know what I'm saying. No, don't even forget I said that, okay? I'm not doing that. It's just like, I don't know. It's fun, it's cool and stuff, but remember, at some point, this thing is going to top out. People are going to be buying the top, and they're going to lose a lot of money very, very fast. And I don't want that to be any of you. And I don't know when that's going to be. It could go to 30 cents. I don't know. And then it could dump to 5 cents. I have no clue. Just, it's going to happen at some point. I don't think there's a very high probability way to predict what's going to be happening next. Just be careful. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, and I know you're just messing around. Just for the people who are very heavy in Dogecoin right now, take caution. Not take caution in a bad way. I'm not telling you to sell. I'm just saying, be safe. Okay. I don't want to say like too like I'm being strict, but at the same time, I don't want to say like I don't care about it. Like, it's kind of this fine line where I want to be fun and I want to congratulate the people that are making an insane amount of money right now. That's one side of it. And then the other side of it is like, I want to make sure that there's not people who are going to be FOMOing into this and then buying the top and then selling the bottom, stuff like that. So it's just like, it's kind of hard for me to you know, what's it called? Really give any sort of direction on this, right? It's just hard. I'm just watching it like all of you are. That's really all I'm doing. You know, I'm watching the craziness. I don't really have much of an opinion on it other than it's fun. But at one point it's not going to be fun for some people, so just keep that in mind. I mean, we're just chilling right now. I feel like if anybody wants to drop some tickers, you can go ahead and do it. But until then, we're watching Doge go to the moon. Realistically, how much money did Elon Musk put into Dogecoin? Like, he's been talking about Dogecoin since it was like it was like a third of a cent when he started talking about it, I think. If he really put like an Elon Musk amount of money into it there, imagine what that money turned into. I don't even know if he can put money into that, but like, it's wild. You got to give Elon Musk some credit for this. You got to give Elon Musk a lot of credit for this, okay? Ocean, the crypto. No divergence. Not much of a pattern. You do have a rounding bottom here. You could develop a handle. It could turn into a cup and handle, but it's a little bit early to call. If you ever break really this range right here, how do I put it? If you ever break this area, this orange box, you break that, you're gonna probably go to the moon because there's no resistance above that, right? So it's creating, like, literally all it's done is create a double bottom. That is like a macro bullish pattern, but you need to clear this resistance area. You have not been able to clear it like 20 different times it's tested that. Look how many little candles were at it, right? If you go onto like the 4 hour, it's gonna be a lot more. Look how many times, like all of these times, it could not break it. So eventually it can break it, but it's just like, until then, I'm not too sure. Palantir. Not much I can do at this point. Crazy to think that we were talking about Palantir right here with the ascending triangle, and little did I know that this mini ascending triangle would turn into this. It's just wild. I'm sorry, I can't create a pattern or anything like that on this chart. V-Ray. Yeah, keep hitting that like button. Let's get 240 likes real quick. Alright, we got 2 people in here that did not hit the like. I'm doing this all for free, just trying to help out as much as I can from what I've learned in the past year. Hit that like button if you support what I'm doing. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Join the free trading movement. If you want to send a tip or buy some merch, that's the pinned comment in the chat. I'll probably say those words 30 times a stream, but it's just how it is. And V-Ray, support is at 438. Yeah, some hidden bullish divergence. on the 4-hour. And same thing right here, hidden bullish divergence. A little bit early to call, but it is kind of there on the daily. You could even have some on the RSI. Really, all you want to do is stay above 438. I mean, really, this as well. So however you would manage your risk would be like, I don't really know how you would target this. I'm not too sure. You'd probably just use Fibonacci to target it. Wherever you get that confirmed local bottom, you just go from the swing low to swing high. Probably just target right here maybe. And go and retrace this little candle high. You can target it like that. And then stop loss would just be under this support range. Really anywhere you want. You can even throw it down here if you want to really make it loose. High risk, high reward in my opinion, but I don't know anything about the company, so. Bouncing off the 786, yeah, it looks like a 786 retrace as well. MGA. This is Magna. Can't break this $77 resistance. As much as I love Fisker and Magna, it's currently not a bullish chart. Doesn't look too great to me if I'm being honest. Just for the short term, it looks like it kind of topped out around here. In terms of like the macro. But if it ever does break 77, then who knows, it could be in price discovery. I don't think it's ever been higher than that. No, I'm looking at the weekly right now. Very, very nice uptrend. That is what you want to see from a company. That means they're making money. That means they have good earnings. That means they're doing the right thing. That's what I like seeing from Fisker's OEM, okay? Look at that. Just higher lows, higher highs. More, the company's growing. That just means the company's growing. Could the valuation be overpriced because of the COVID crash and everything like that? Yes, but remember, there's a lot of companies that are on paper, their stock price is bigger than their company's worth, but like, you know what market we're in right now. We're in the greatest bull run of all time. So that's not like an uncommon thing right now. And I don't know their actual numbers, so I can't really say that. Yeah, American Airlines. I mean, everybody remembers my thesis on travel. That thesis stands. It's a 6-month outlook. I think travel is bullish. And all the travel stocks I'm looking at were up today. They did actually have like a weekend where they pulled back, but NCLH was up 3%, Carnival was up 4%, United was up 4%, American Airlines was up 10. It was up really high, but I believe they were actually Wall Street betting this stock. That could be the term we can use. They were Wall Street betting it, okay? Delta was up, JetBlue was even, Southwest was okay, Save was up as well. So good day for airlines. I still like them for the long term. I think, remember, I was showing these stocks down here. They're already at higher prices, even though this week they have pulled back. And then today was like a little bit of a bounce from that pullback, but like 5-6 month outlook, I still think you're going to see airlines at much higher prices. I could be wrong. Just manage your risk. Doge pulled back from 8 cents to 7 cents. Song is actually pretty vibeful. And then DM, I can't do anything here. It looks like you're in a parabola. Something like this kind of looks like the way in which the demand is increasing, so you do have more room to fall back down to that parabola. I mean, NNDM just broke this resistance area that I was showing, and what happened? It mooned because it broke that resistance. I feel like this is more fundamental than technical, so I'm not too sure. CLNE. Triple classic bearish divergence, kind of, right? Yeah, that's triple classic bearish divergence. So that's not good. In my opinion, this is actually technically, on a technical standpoint, this is bearish. However, you do have a support that's pretty close at 942. If this can't get back above, like, you want it to get back above $11. So under $11, in my opinion, is bearish for the short term. And then your next support is 942. But again, I don't know anything about the company. Blue. Oh, okay, this is not my trade. Let me delete that before I show it. It's just not mine. I don't want to show somebody else's trade. $42 is a major support. For the short term, I'm not too sure. But if you watch Mitch Ray's stream, Mitch Ray is pretty bullish on this stock for the long term. He likes the weekly chart on this one quite a bit. So short term, I'm not too sure. I think your next major support is 41.85. You don't have a pattern or divergence, but like long term could be a whole entire different story. I think what he was showing was like a falling wedge or something, right? I'm not even gonna really chart it, but do you kind of see like the falling wedge right here? You know, technicals, TSM. This one's absolutely parabolic, and I'm looking at the weekly. It went on the last major swing low was $43 on the weekly, and it's at 125. So again, this doesn't look like something really technical to me. It looks a little bit more fundamental, but to be fair, there's hidden bullish divergence developing on the daily. I mean on the 4 hour, sorry, not on the daily. Alright, where you made a higher low with a lower level on the momentum. Kind of on your RSI as well on the 4 hour. No divergence on the daily though. NVAX to the moon after hours. Oh my gosh, should this actually go to the moon? Because look, it was breaking out, right? It was breaking out of this 133 level. Oh, they had the, did they have like an 89% something rate for their COVID fact? I just saw like a CNBC headline. Is this the company? I feel like this is, right? The biotech company. There was some news that came out. Don't quote me on that, but I believe I saw the CNBC tweet about it. Yeah, next resistance will be 154. I don't know what it went to after hours, so I could just find out. But that makes sense, right? It was a catalyst. Even the technicals looked good leading up to that catalyst. That happens a lot. It's at 170. Wow. So it's like right over here after hours. I'm gonna make it a purple line, pink line, whatever. Yeah, so then you have like this resistance right over here. Again, the technicals don't matter as much. It's like a catalyst play, right? An alert just went off. Futures are falling right now. Futures, I just had an alert. This is not good. This is not what you want to be seeing. Futures are down quite a bit now. I'm gonna set another alert. So just watch them throughout the night. You're approaching this support right here. There's a support at 37.40 on S&P futures, so you don't want to fall under that, but you're technically breaking out of the upsloping flag, even though you have had like 3 fake outs. Sometimes it does make a fake out because it's futures, but like, yeah. Just take some caution there. Futures are definitely down. If you're in the Discord, I said 10 minutes before the market closes to manage your risk. I just put that in Discord. We already looked at Clover at the beginning of the stream. It'll be in the timestamp, so we could just scroll back towards the beginning. Tim says, Mitch is why it's on your mind. Yeah. You're talking about blue. Doge is selling off. Yeah, 1.7 pullback, looks like. I have no clue what BlackBerry is going to hit tomorrow. It doesn't really have much to do with technicals. Can you show use for the volume graphs? I have one selected, but it's not as clean looking for volume graphs. Are you talking about like the bars at the bottom? Like these bars right here? If you are talking about that, it's just literally called volume. Like that's, you just type in volume and click enter. That's sort of the indicator. It's a built-in indicator. Just straight direct volume, if that's what you're talking about. JE. We already did look at run as well, Shane. Just energy up 8% today. 4 hour no edge. Daily no edge. You have a support right here at 706. Let me make that orange. And resistance up there. It's just like, you know, there's not much of a pattern. Resistances and supports are very far apart. Not a good, not like a big probability. I mean, CCIV, I didn't do it, but like I can't really do anything with the technicals on that. Maybe now, maybe there's more data on the chart. No, still, there's just not enough data on the chart to do much with here. Maybe in the future. You could probably look at like lower time frames. Even on the 4 hour, you can't really do anything. 1 hour, you have some hidden bullish divergence on the 1 hour. I don't know how much that helps. Remember, 1 hour divergence is not the highest probability, but it is there, I guess. and bullish divergence on the 1. Yeah, music's vibes tonight. I think I found like the good part of this playlist. This playlist is 6 hours long. I found it on Spotify. Johnson & Johnson. That one just went to the moon, like for real. It broke the steel wall of resistance. I posted the Johnson & Johnson trade down here. Since I posted that trade, I posted it at 146 or something, yeah. It's up 16%, and remember J&J moves very, very slowly. Just like a lot of the big ones like Pfizer, ABT, they just move very slowly. It looked like it was making this rising wedge, but it broke to the upside of it on a gap up. Looks like they had good earnings or a good reaction to earnings. Just moving again, it's just going wild, just absolutely wild. GRWG. Hidden bullish divergence, but it's way too early to call it on the 4 hour. Again, I feel like, you know, a lot of people are starting to think that if you just get one little wick that's waning, you can call it hidden bullish divergence. You can call it potential hidden bullish divergence, but you really need it to develop more, if I'm being honest. Like at least a few consistent wicks to the downside add a support, you know what I'm saying? So it still needs a lot of work. Major support at 42. You come down to 42, you get like a double bottom there, your divergence is developing. That could be where you could take long. I mean 43 really, this little high right here. But yeah. PACB. Keep hitting that like button though. We still got 52 people in here. Come on, 7 of you have not hit that like button. Just hit that like button if you support the stream, if you're enjoying the free analysis. And if you want to send a tip or buy some merch, that's the pinned comment in the chat. And if you want to subscribe, you definitely should, okay? That's all I'm going to say. You definitely should subscribe. I don't know why you're not subscribed, but if you're watching this stream and you're not subscribed, I would just tell you to consider it. Give me a chance. That's all I'm asking. If you don't subscribe tonight and come back to the next stream, if you don't enjoy the next stream, unsubscribe. That's all I'm going to tell you to do. Just give me like a free trial of your attention for one stream, okay? All I'm asking you, okay? Thank you. There we go. We got to 50 likes real quick. Thank you to everybody who just hit the like button. It makes me feel a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for all the support, really. And shout out to Guy in Hat again for that $150 donation. This one again, potential hidden bullish divergence on the MACD and on the RSI on PACB. Support's pretty far away from you though at 29.75. Not much of an edge on the daily. Very, very parabolic run. For vaccine data, Johnson & Johnson or AZM will post data next, okay. Not too sure what XVG is. Sundial didn't have like a very good open today or something. Wow, it went crazy. We've been looking at Sundial. I don't know. As I've been saying, it can do either way, and it just went one way. It went to the upside and then it fell down. Like, this is not something I called at all. I have no clue. This is just not a chart in which I think the technicals matter that much on. You have certain levels, but like, I just think this is all hype and fundamentals and stuff like that. You know, the pot sector, right? I don't think it has much to do with technicals, if I'm being honest. So very, very nice move. But again, as I've been saying for a while, it's just not something I can give you like a high probability answer on. EVFM will be running TV ads next month. I don't like how there's some local bearish divergence, right? Where you've been seeing the price going up, right? This price has been going up, but the MACD has been going down. I don't like that. Not much of an edge on the 4 hour. I know you're just talking about it. I don't know if you asked for like a technical breakdown, but technically it is bearish under 276. I don't know too much about the company, so I guess you both like it fundamentally. Cheddar Freeze and Guy in Hat. Yeah, NVAX did post data today. Fundamental play. Snap had a good day today, yeah. For people, like I had like probably 300 followers when I put out the Snap trade. It was one of my first ever trades that I ever put out on Twitter. Just for, did I delete the chart on Snapchat? I had so much charted on Snapchat. So Snapchat was doing this, right? It was in this like upsloping channel. And I put out a trade on Snapchat at like $27, right? This is one of the first trades I ever put out. It was like the buy call that I put out. Where is this? The buy call was like right in this area right here. I put out a buy call. It was 27 bucks. And then right after I put out that buy call, they absolutely demolished their earnings and it went insane. And it's been going insane since then. And then even today it was up 9%. In terms of like the current price action, looks like you have like this little multi-level range, I guess. Whichever way you break, I'll be telling you. Break to a new all-time high, you're probably going to see $60, right? If you break this all-time high, you're probably going to 60. If you fall under 48, 45, which is like your support for the last pretty much few weeks, you have your next support at 46. After that, you have a support at 43. After that, you have a support at 39. So those are all your levels on the chart. No divergence. Actually, there kind of was some class B classic divergence on the daily going on, and on the 4-hour. Yeah, there's actually class A divergence on the 4-hour. Class A divergence is where you make that lower low on price, right? You make the lower low on price with the higher low on the oscillator. And then the class B divergence is when you pretty much make the same low on price, right? The same exact low on price with a higher low on the MACD oscillator. UAV. Too gappy for me to really do anything with. EVFM has a new form of birth control that could be revolutionary, and you are a pharmacist. Interesting. I probably just need to look into the company, but you guys are saying good things about the company. Yeah. Guy in hat. Do you always wear... I have a question for guy in hat, okay? Do you always wear your hat? Do you shower with your hat on? Do you go to work with your hat on? Do you trade with your hat on? Do you sleep with your hat on? Why the name guy in hat? I want to know. Give us all a little bit of starts laughing in the chat. And then you always use the hat emoji. You always use the hat emoji in the Discord. It's funny. I love the branding though. BLL. This was the wrong UAVS. I only see one on TradingView. It's your brand now. It's a dope brand. So I was in BLL. Ball. Look, so it bounced off of $85. Why did it do that? Because that was your resistance right there. Some classic divergence on the daily potentially. It's kind of developing weirdly, but it technically is there on your MACD. And then no divergence on the 4-hour. Next major resistance that's right there. So those are your levels. These are your supports, $82 and $85. And technically you're right over a support at $88, right? That's like a mini support. And the next resistance I would say is probably like 90 bucks. So those are your levels on the chart. LUMN. Dump today. Yeah, I don't know why it dumped. I don't know what caused this move to happen, but it actually was accumulating very, very nicely. It broke the major, look what happened, okay? So look how major of a resistance this was, right? There probably was a catalyst, might have been, there is earnings upcoming, I think, but look at this major resistance. When it broke this major resistance, it went absolutely nuts. And then it came all the way back down, and now it's coming back down. So you could definitely see support right here in this area. But again, that was a very, very crazy move. I don't think technicals warranted that move, but maybe, probably not. But if it really does care about technicals, which it did for a long time, just not really recently, right? It cared about technicals right here, but this was probably not technical based. If it does respect the technicals, you could see a bounce right here in this orange box, because this was your previous resistance, right? That was your resistance zone. Now it could become your support. Just remember, earnings are upcoming. Huge volume. Pretty much like yeah, I don't even see like volume that high in a very long time. So UAV. Is that the same one? Oh, it was UAVS. Okay. Same thing on this one, though I can't really, you know, can't do much after the fact here. You know, the issue here is like it's not really next to a support. The next major support is 881, but you could create hidden bullish divergence here. There is the potential for it. You just need the MACD to start developing more. And if we go to the daily, not much of an edge there. You actually just fell down. Straight up just fell down. Just people took profits, I guess. Not a bull flag. It's not really, maybe you can make the argument. It could be argued, but like again, like at what point is it just going to continue? Like what if the flag comes all the way down to here? Are you still going to be calling it a bull flag? You know what I'm saying? That's like the thing about bull flags. Like I don't like playing a bull flag unless you have divergence or a support to help you. So what would be great is if this happened, okay? And again, this is me trying to forecast a potential scenario. But if your MACD came back over to green, right? This MACD, why is this not turning green? Your MACD developed back over to green, and then the price came back down to this support. You confirm your hidden bullish divergence, add a support, and then you could see another move, right? But like, it's way too early to call any of that right now. Let me turn off overlay thing again. I don't know why it just starts lagging after a few minutes. I just speak graphics card. Fibonacci, you could use fibs here. You definitely could. But again, oh, that would be also nice, right? If it came down to this level, that would also be a golden retrace, the 0.618. So like that's what I'm saying. Like if you could create divergence at this support, at the golden retrace, I think that would be a much better area to manage your risk. Because even if you enter here right now, it would be hard to manage your risk because like where would you place your stop loss? You just have to put like a random stop loss. But if you entered right here, you could just put your stop loss a couple percent under the support and manage your risk, right? It's just much easier to trade it with multiple variables at a support than trying to catch a falling knife up here. I'm not saying it's not going to go back up. I'm just saying it's not the same probability. But yeah. Wold Wolf Music says, sorry to say this, but just wanted to say screw Robinhood and its hedge fund puppeteers. So many people were robbed of potential gains that could have helped so much. Today's proof that crypto, absolutely, crypto is a needed asset and cannot be shut off with the phone call from the big boys. I 100% agree with that. I think that's a major reason for why crypto is having a very nice move right now. Decentralization, right? People don't like it when other people can decide what they're going to do with their money. You just saw in the market that the big guys are deciding what the retail investors should do with their money. It's not free market, right? For the most part. So yeah, crypto. Nobody can tell you that. It's decentralized. I think we did do NNDM. Yeah, we did do Nano Dimension. It's right here on my watch list. I just said it was pretty much in a parabola, and that was it. But yeah, we still got 50 people in here. Drop some takers, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm just vibing. You know, no rush. If you want me to look at something, let me know. Appreciate all the support. Litecoin pretty much hasn't done anything since I started streaming. Trade's still a little bit in profit. Bitcoin pulling back some, like 200 bucks, really not much. Dogecoin still pulled back a cent from 8 cents. Yeah, VXRT went crazy, right? fell down today, but yeah, it had that very nice run, right? There was like an inverse head and shoulders, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline, broke out, and it went. You can get a back test or whatever, I don't know. Looks like you have a support right here at 851. That was your candle high right here, and right here. So that could be your, oh look, you already did test it. You came back down to 851 and used that support. Yeah, Mitch is levels above me in TA. Thoughts on the macro overall market? It's concerning. It's very, very volatile. It's still tradable, it's very tradable, but it is still concerning in my opinion. Ethereum's falling down, selling ETH to get into Doge. It's very... I can't give a word for what's happening right now. It's just like... Actually, yeah, I can. Volatility. Everything's volatile. Robinhood is not allowing trades with Dogecoin. Sometimes it works with huge lag time, but the big guys still have a hand on us. Yeah, I mean, it could also just be high traffic. Regardless, it does suck, 100%. Everything that people are trying to trade, there's some sort of issue with. Like, why? OGI. Up 8% today. Looks like it broke a major resistance at 158 and now it's running. You have another resistance at 210. That was your high from today. Look, you see the high from today? You could have predicted that high and sold at the top if you knew technicals, right? When it hit 210, it pulled back because that was your resistance right here, and your resistance right here, and your support right here, and your support right here, and your support right here. So that's why I use technicals. It might not have warranted this move up, but it could have helped you sell at the high of the move. Yeah, on Robinhood, you don't actually own, you don't have like an actual wallet. You don't have the address to your coins. You're pretty much just borrowing Robinhood's coins to trade them, and then after you sell it, you pretty much give it back. That's my understanding of it. I could be wrong. But it's not like actually having a wallet in which you can like transfer your coins, stuff like that, and you know, move it on over into different storages, whatever. LMFA. Didn't this one just have like a huge run? Yeah, I remember this. That was like very recent. Not a major edge here. Looks like you have a big support at 121. And you fell under the 160 support. Look, it was holding 160, it went back up, and then it broke under it. So the next major support is 121. There's no pattern, there's no divergence. So at some point, the dump is gonna stop. It's just like, I'm not too sure when. NEPT. Look at this. Wow. Okay, you see 154, the orange line. It was pretty much your support right here and kind of your candle close support, then your resistance, then your resistance. This is why I use technicals, right? This is why I use technicals. It was non-stop dumping, but where did it stop dumping? At that support, and it had a nice bounce off of it. Could have been a dead cat bounce, I'm not too sure, but I'm just saying like, that's why I use technicals. It technically broke the downtrend though, right? This was like your downtrend, you broke the supply line, so if you get some sort of pattern or divergence, this could present a trade, absolutely. And then the way to target a supply line break is just your 50% Fibonacci retracement, which would be around right there. You also have the 200-day moving average right there, something like that. Yeah, Doge is going nuts. Whoa, the chat just went crazy. Yeah, Doge is a meme coin for sure. Close $2 after hours. Yeah, TradingView extended hours kind of sucks. You can turn it on, but it just doesn't work great. It's not good. That's the only thing I have an issue with on TradingView. So I went back to 2. I mean, really the same story at $2 though. I'm just looking at the macro pattern, you know. That's what I'm mainly looking at. Let me make sure I turn that off so I don't mess up charting for the next year. I did. Anthony says you have a dumb question. There's no dumb questions in trading. Every question is important. How much money would you be investing in each stock? 1K. It depends on how much money you have in your account. 1K might be a little bit for some people in terms of their overall account. 1K might be a lot for some people in terms of their overall account. The way I do it is I pretty much do 3 to 4 trades at a time. So it's kind of like, you know, let's say I'll break them up into 20%, right? So if I have 100% of my account in, you know, in dollar value, I'll do 20% for one trade. I'll do 20% for another, 20% for a third, 20% for a fourth. So I'll put on my 4 trades, and that'll be 80% of my account, and then I'm gonna have 20% cash left over. And with that 20% left over, I can cost average my positions. So yeah, I typically I do like 20% for each trade, right? Each trade is 20% of my account's value, but you know, it's really just personal preference, right? Some people want a lot of different trades at the same time. Some people only want 2 or 3. So the one thing I wouldn't say is, for the most part, I know this is a very different week, but like most of the time, you should never be all in something. That's just how a lot of people get burned in the market. But at the same time, unless you're an investor and you're looking for a 10, 20-year return on your account, I think over-diversifying can also prevent you from making money. Because then you're only getting little gains on each one, and then you might be selling early and stuff like that. So, and also you can't really monitor every single trade as much as you should be if you have like 20 trades on at the same time. So that magic number for me is like 3 to 4 trades at a time. Yeah, Robinhood I think is doing like limit something buying on those stocks tomorrow or whatever. Boeing. This chart is way too crazy. So those are your levels on the chart. Let's keep it a little bit more simple. 189 is the major support. It was your resistance right here, and then over there. So this could be a potential bounce area. Just remember earnings. Did they already have earnings? Didn't move too much if they did, so not too sure on that. No divergence. Nice accumulation though. Higher lows are being created, technically creating a bull trend, right? Technically, for the long term. Yeah, we could take a look at silver. This is silver sector. Do you mind if I look at SLV instead? Blockchain Planet, right? They're not going to be the same price levels, but it's going to be probably around the same analysis. I think I already have SLV charted though. That's what I'm saying. Because SLV is how I trade silver whenever I do want to trade silver. So I was charting this today, and I think SLV looks good. Okay, look at this. It broke the major 2352 resistance. There's hidden bullish divergence on the daily. So I never put out this trade officially, but I kind of made like a potential unofficial trade, right? Where you would pretty much target this high from right here, and then your stop loss would just be, it's a little bit hard to put a stop loss here. You don't want it to put on right there because it could bounce there. So like a little bit above that support area. So I do think that silver looks good. I think, again, silver is mainly like a fundamental trade rather than a technical trade, but the technicals have been looking good on silver ever since it broke this. You know what I'm saying? Silver broke this supply line, resistance, broke that, ran, kind of almost back tested, now it's running again. I like it for the long term, as a lot of people do. Citron presenting major announcement at 9. Oh. Wow. Whack handles on Dogecoin. Yeah, there you go. Doge is moving back up. It's gonna go up, down, up, down, up, down all night. I don't really know where it's gonna end up, but just what a move. Absolutely insane. 9 cents on Binance. Yeah, I pretty much hit 9 cents here. It's just continuing to go absolutely nuts. I have the 5-minute chart on right now. It's like a TV show we're watching right now. I'm on the 5-minute chart, by the way, so don't freak out if you see a candle start dropping. It's on the 5-minute. It's probably not a big move, unless it does look like a big move, like a super big move. Litecoin does move very, very slowly. Absolutely. I don't really understand that question, Blockchain Planet, because like it depends on like what you're talking about, right? I'm not too sure. Like, are you asking me personally? Are you asking me if you put it into one coin? I'm not too sure. I think, are you talking about silver maybe? I don't know, I'm sorry. Uno turned 50 bucks into 600. Congratulations, that's awesome. That's a big move. Percent wise for sure, good job. Wow. There you go, Doge. Remember, don't forget, the moon's up here. The moon. Now the moon is like an oval. I'm just messing around. Oh, if you put into Doge, yeah, it would have went insane. I don't know the exact amount. What'd you say? Alright, so 2 months ago or whatever, we could just look at the monthly candle. If you would have, if you would have bought Doge on January 1st, right now you would be up 1700%. If you would have bought Doge on January 1st of this year. So, yeah, Doge cup and handle, yes, absolutely. This is your, yeah, I definitely see the cup and handle. It's like this, right? 100%. Bitcoin going to 50K within the next week or two. I hope so. I mean, I hope so. We'll see. What pattern is this? Alright, let's try to make a pattern right now. Let me chart Doge, okay? I'm on the 15-minute chart right now. This is like literally the only way I could chart Doge is on the 15-minute chart with Fibonacci. That's really all I can do. This is wild. Alright, Rooster, it was funny yesterday, we get it. I'm really trying my best to chart something here with really not much to chart. Okay, there's your parabolic line, those are your Fibonacci extensions. It's at the 2618 right now. The 3618 would be the psychological resistance of 10 cents. That's the psychological resistance. You had 80 cents in Dogecoin, so it turned into $9, so you threw another 50. It's probably a big average up. Throw some moving averages on the chart. Or not. Let me fix this 1 second. I'm telling you, none of these technicals matter right now on Doge. I'm just trying to do something here. What moving average is that? No, wrong one. Please don't do that. What are you doing? I'm just trying to get some things on the chart. I don't even know what I'm just kind of bored right now, I'm honest, if I'm being honest. I'm just enjoying the show. This is very good entertainment. Okay, so all of them are under, so that doesn't matter. I'm on the 15-minute chart too. It wouldn't matter regardless. Let's go! Oh my gosh. Hype in the... vibes in the chat. I don't want to copy Mitch. I'm just used to him saying that. Vibes in the chat. Okay. $100 donation from Miguel. Thank you. Let's go. Vibes in the chat. What? Oh my gosh. First the 150 from Guy in Hat, then $100 from Miguel. Let's go. What is going on? Thank you so much, Miguel, for the $100 donation. I'm just chilling here watching Dogecoin, and you just really surprised me with that. Thank you so much. Miguel simply said, love your movement. Appreciate that. Try my best. And again, it's not just me. It's all of us in here. It's all of us in the Discord, on Twitter. Thank you so much for the $100 donation. Really, I mean, that was very, very generous. Thank you. $100. Let's go. Let's go. I don't want to scream, but let's go. I don't want to wake up my parents, but let's go. Dogecoin hitting this. This is like the top on. I'm looking at the Binance chart, so different exchanges are going to give you very, very different numbers because of the volume and the market participants on each exchange. But you get the overall point, I guess. I just think Binance is one of the more reliable ones, right? Definitely more reliable than Robinhood, and probably like a top 2 or 3 crypto exchange that most people could agree on. Binance is pretty well respected. I mean, every exchange has their own issues, but Robinhood, really? Come on. I mean, Robinhooders are literally a meme. It's crazy. And I'm not saying if you have a Robinhood account, you're a meme. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you get the point. It's even become more of a meme after this week. Let's try out putting the overlay back up. Thank you again so much, for real, for the $100. Like, awesome. Hyped up. I'm hyped up. It's 11 o'clock and I'm hyped up. Thank you all so much for all the support, truthfully. Big words. Moon boots on, champ. Let me go get them. We got some vibes coming in. I want some more vibes in the chat. We're just enjoying Dogecoin on the chart right now. Drop some vibes in the chat for both Guy and Hat and Miguel for the huge donations tonight. Let's get some vibes in the chat. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to send a tip or buy some merch, that's the pinned comment in the chat. Appreciate all the support so much. We've had 400 people come out to the stream. How long have I been live for? I feel like this is longer than normal. Yeah, I've been live for about like an hour and 40. We'll try and go for some more time. Everyone's on Robinhood right now, but that still should never excuse what they did. Yeah, I mean, Robinhood is 100% without a doubt the #1 retail exchange for stock traders, right? I have a Robinhood account, I'm not gonna lie, but I also have other accounts. I've heard good things about Charles Schwab. I don't have an account with them though. I've also heard good things about the JP Morgan Chase banking platform to trade on. But I have Robinhood, Webull, and TD Ameritrade. My favorite out of those 3 is TD Ameritrade. Thinkorswim is a great platform. Not for charting. It's okay for charting, but it's a good trading platform too. I like the Trading Hub. The best charting platform by far though is TradingView. By far. Except for extended hours. They don't do a good job with extended hours. That's the only, literally my only complaint. How's Webull? Webull's good. But they also have their own little things that go on. They actually, a lot of the times Webull has issues at market open with like lag because of traffic. Other than that, like the platform works great. But I mean, I guess people also didn't Webull also do some stuff today with the whole entire GameStop and AMC thing? Do you have any advice for trying to trade during after hours? Pretty much the same thing, just less volatility typically, even though in the recent days we've been seeing some more volatility actually, or just around the same amount. But typically it's just like after hours, like for the most part, it's just like less volume. People are kind of, Wall Street is checking out for the day. People are getting, a beer, a glass of wine, kind of clocking out for the evening, getting some dinner, stuff like that. It's just, you're playing with the different flow. There's different people trading in after hours than people that trade in the morning, right? Typically, some people trade the whole day, but most don't. Or at least like actively. As a TD, so like the TD Ameritrade, the actual TD Ameritrade hub is not that good, but what you do is you get a TD Ameritrade account, and then you link that with Thinkorswim, and then it's just way better. Like the TD Ameritrade actual browser looks like it was made in the 1980s and they never updated it. Like know what I'm saying? But then you just use your TD Ameritrade count on Thinkorswim, their platform, and that works out the best out of everything I've used. Very good data too. It works very real time. Like the price changes and stuff like that. Really have not had any issues with lag there compared to Robinhood and Webull. Guy has every broker did except Trading Zero. Okay. I'm just sitting here trying to watch some Dogecoin price action, but it's not really moving that much. Cryptos are falling right now a little bit. Litecoin, the trade is still in profit, but now it's only barely in profit. It's only up $1 per coin. Litecoin, I don't know. Yeah, cryptos definitely are pulling back right now. I don't think it's anything to really be worrying about, unless you really break, I guess, unless you really break this level right here. If you fall under 32,900, that's when it's like, okay, come on. But again, there's no surprise that it's pulling back right here. I said right in the beginning of the stream, when it was at this high level, that you are at a resistance. So it's just, it had a very nice move. You're getting some profit taking. For now, it's completely normal. That's what some people call a healthy pullback for now. I don't know what's going to happen in an hour or tomorrow. All I'm saying is what I'm currently looking at on the chart, okay? I'm not calling anything. I'm just saying what is currently the chart I'm looking at. Even futures are fall. Oh my gosh. Unless you get some sort of crazy overnight recovery, it's not looking like tomorrow's gonna be a good day for the S&P. I mean, on Wednesday, the S&P had the worst day in months, but the trades absolutely crushed it. So it's weird. You're seeing, I feel like you're just seeing like a lot of big tech and, you know, those big market cap companies that are listed on indexes pulling back. But there still is some hidden gems if you're really looking into things like how Fisker had its best day in a month. No, Fisker had its best day in like 2 months when the market had the worst day in 2 months, if that makes sense. So that was a gem. Clover had the best day since it's like IPO when the market was having the worst day in months. So you just need to find the right things to trade or just go cash. You can't lose money with cash, right? But currently looking at futures, you obviously could get another recovery like how you did last night. But for the time being, at this current moment, not looking good. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin and futures just pulled back at the same time. Maybe the dollar is going up. Let's see. Yep, there you go. Whenever the dollar goes up, it's typically when equities pull back. So it could have been the dollar just moving up a little bit. They kind of all work inversely together, if that makes sense. But the dollar going up is not good for equities most of the time. Just remember, there's a long-term falling wedge on the dollar, and look how close it is to breaking out. Even kind of, if I'm being honest here, it looks like it kind of is creating an inverse head and shoulders. So that, like, if you're, and again, I'm only looking at the technicals right now, right? I'm only looking at technicals. The dollar is mainly fundamental. It really is not about technicals, even though I've seen technicals work out on this chart a lot of the time. Obviously, you have things like money printing and stuff like that going on fundamentally, but just solely looking at the technicals, the dollar does look bullish for the midterm, which is bad for equities, if I'm being honest.
We played together on that island. His voice always used to be there. And now
What is this song?
I can't think of his face or his name.
Yeah, I'm gonna be, I don't know if I'm gonna join the call. There's usually a lot of people in Mitch's, I never want to hear that song again. Alright, try to chill with it. Cheddar can't let that one go. It's fun though. I don't know why CNBC interview just came up on my TV. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Mitch Ray's about to go live for his Patreon stream. I could join it, I'm just not too sure. I'm pretty tired. and there's a lot of people talking in it. Those are really fun though. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it there. Dogecoin falling again a little bit, or a decent amount, but again, super volatile. So let's look back at the 15-minute chart, which is the only thing I really did chart. It looks like you're about to test this parabolic line. That doesn't matter though, if I'm being honest, so whatever. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Thank you for the 55 likes. We had a lot of support tonight. Really appreciate it. Guy in Hat, thank you for the $150 donation. Miguel Gonzalez, thank you for the $100 donation. Truthfully, I don't know why I keep saying truthfully. It's a pretty weird word, but you know, I do this all for free, and that really just, it's awesome. You know, those are huge donations. I really appreciate all the support. Free trading movement, it's on fire. Looking for a good day tomorrow. Manage your risk. Be safe. Have a good night. And as Trader Risk said, smell you later, homies. Okay, have a good one, y'all. Peace out.
Look at you, I am attracted to you, like the sun to the moon, and I feel sweeping when I touch your skin. Take your soul into the wide open space and leave the restricted area, so that you can see how we explode like the lights in the dark, and how we glow like it will never be the truth of our minds that we forget. So let me tell you what I know if I can. You know I try, I never want to leave the Bible we've made, what we create. You're my baby, and your sweet, sweet heart makes me crazy. You're my baby, I wanna lay you down and see how you amaze me. You push me up to the inglorious shadows of a craven, and if we fall, we grow up like exponential assembly. I never thought that some craving can stand your mind and behaving, that you forgot the joy you breathed and all the times when we made it. We were the pink rose soldiers of the century of blissful. We were 1969, we were Jimmy and Janice. We are the prophets of ourselves, we choose the way of dimension. We are caught up in the amount of the frenetic love tension. You're my baby, and your sweet, sweet heart makes me crazy. You're my baby, I wanna lay you down and see how you amaze me. You push me up to the inglorious shadows of a craven, and if we fall, we grow up like exponential assembly. I never thought that some craving can stand your mind and behaving, that you forgot the joy you breathed and all the